If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The question, is generalized anxiety disorder worse than social anxiety? The distinction between social anxiety and panic disorder is probably the most misunderstood subject concerning the anxiety disorders. Many clinicians and therapists have not been adequately trained to understand or diagnose anxiety disorders in general, and the clear-cut distinction between these two anxiety disorders is often misunderstood. Reference, Social Academy, over shyness. These basic distinctions are important to make, but it is also necessary to realize some people fall in the middle of this diagnostic classification system. A person can have both panic disorder and social anxiety disorder, but is likely that one is more dominant than the other. Both conditions can be changed. Confusing the picture even more is that many people with any type of anxiety disorder are typically misdiagnosed as being depressed. This occurs because most people with an anxiety disorder, including panic disorder and social anxiety, are naturally depressed over their anxiety and the significant impairment it causes in their daily lives. Technically, it may be more accurate to diagnose people with anxiety disorders as dysmorphic. The main point, however, is that it is the anxiety that causes the depression, i.e., dysthymia, and not the other way around. Once the anxiety shrinks and is overcome, the depression goes away with it. For example, many people with panic disorder fear that they are having a heart attack, that they're about to lose control, or that they're going crazy. Other people with panic believe that because they can't catch their breath that they're suffocating, or that the dizziness, lightheadedness, and unreal feeling they experience means they have a terrible undiagnosed illness. For example, the person with the tightness around the head fears they have a brain tumor. The person with muscle spasms fears they're coming down with a muscular disease. Heart palpitations and/or skipped heartbeats prove that there's something wrong with the heart. People with panic disorder can be checked, rechecked, and repeatedly use the hospital emergency rooms before it ever becomes clear to them that they are legitimately suffering from anxiety, and not a physical, medical condition. The central point is that people with panic fear that they have a physical, medical disease. Otherwise, what else could explain the suddenness and awfulness of that first panic attack? How could the mind have something to do with the horrible swirling emotions and feelings that overload the person during this traumatic and emotional attack? A great many people who experience their first panic attack find their way to the hospital emergency room or go directly to their physician's office. They feel their life is in danger and they legitimately want a diagnosis to explain it. When doctors report that they can find nothing wrong with the person medically, it only heightens the person's anxiety. After all, something must be wrong, or else how do you explain the horrific sensations and emotions they went through during the panic attack? Find more answers and a free audiobook on how to talk to anyone in the description below. No useless advice like just get out there, I mean actual useful advice from people who have really dealt with shyness and social anxiety and overcome it in their own lives.